Here's a really quick APM 2.5 video. Almost gave up on it yesterday. Gotta be honest. But I did discover the problem and I didn't go and rant about APM 2.5 being bunk. So I'd like to tell you this, that if you're calibrating your radio for any flight controller pretty much, and that goes for like, I guess, KK and Multi-Wii and all the others and free flights, make sure that you don't push your sticks to their limits. You're really, when you think about it, unless you're flying crazy acro, you're not going to be using the, you don't need that extra 12 ppm or whatever, or PMW signal. You don't need that extra 3 or 4. So don't jam it into the sides of the plastic of the controller and stuff and try to push it beyond its limit. Be really gentle and try to like even soft stop it at the end of its travel movement, because what you'll run into is a arm disarm problem, and I was running into this with the APM 2.5. Seems to be very sensitive that it gets the maximum signal out of each stick movement, so that when you do your calibration, if you're pushing it and you don't naturally push your sticks as hard as that when you're flying or whatever, or when you're arming and disarming, then you really want to make sure that you limit that force on the sticks, because you might not be able to stretch to that limit at the bottom corner of your extremes of the sticks. So that's my tip for today, and it looks like HB3 is going to get back in the air really soon. Motors should be here really soon, and we're getting an excellent response now, a response that I would trust, and we're ready to fly. So HB3 did have a crash the other day because of that bad right rear motor, and that motor was bad on the Hoverbot too, and that's why I replaced the motors originally. So out of those RC timer motors, maybe I'll get a giveaway or something, or I'll have a subscribers contest or something to give away those RC timer motors. And basically with the new motors coming this week, probably next week after rent, the 2216s are already on the way, or 2218s, 930 kV Emax GTs, and a whole bunch of Emax GT spare parts for my 2218 1100 kV motors that I'm running right now on the HB2. So the HB3 will get the 930 kV motors with the 1050 carbon fiber props that are coming as well, and we'll test that out. Now I'm noticing yaw is quite extreme with the TBS or splayed frog frame, and forward to back you notice a substantial difference in speeds going forward and backwards. I find that they fly much faster going backwards with the splayed out arms at the front, creating drag, and during the yaw movements the splayed out arms don't really match the positions of the rear arms as they're rotating, so you do get a bit of a twisting action. And I'm basically going to pull the motors in closer to the width of the back arms, which are on the 45, and we'll try it that way. Hopefully the weight of the quadcopter will come down, because I'll cut a little bit of aluminum off, but the T7075 aluminum is pretty light but brittle, and it survived the crash very well. So it's looking good, and we've got a APM board that seems to be ready to fly again, and is responding to stick movements with the very cheap 6-channel Hobby King type remote control, the Fly Sky. Have a good night. See ya.